2013 was another great year for netball in Victoria, with success and growth across participation, game development, and high performance areas. How did success look for us in 2013? The Victorian netball family grew for the 5th year in a row with 111,210 registered members. Netball Victoria was the national leader in the development and implementation of the new My Netball IT database program, working with early adopting associations and leagues across Victoria to trial and develop the system. We led the way nationally in the ANZ NetSetGo program participation with over 12,000 registered participants. And we launched our 2014 to 2018 strategic plan that will direct and guide us to success over the next 5 years. We congratulated many of our talented Victorian athletes on state, national and international selections and titles. The Melbourne Vixens finished second in the ANZ Championship regular season and third overall after the final series. 9 Victorians were selected in the Australian Diamond squad, with 5 athletes successfully representing their country as Diamonds, as well as 2 Fast 5 Flyers. The Victorian Fury went through the Australian Netball League season undefeated and were crowned premiers, with Fury's Mwai Kumwenda named the league's most valuable player. The Victorian Flames burst onto the scene, taking home a bronze medal in their first season. The new team providing further opportunities for our Victorian athletes, coaches, umpires and officials at the elite level. The 17 and under Victorian state team were the undefeated champions of the National Netball Championships. Our 19 and under team took home bronze and our 21 and under side a silver medal. 26 Victorian athletes were selected in Australian teams and squads. We saw support for the Melbourne Vixens grow exponentially at our home games. 62,967 people came to cheer on the Vixens, including finals, an increase of nearly 10,000 from last year. An average of 5,308 Vixens fans showed their support on match days during the home and away rounds. We broke an ANZ Championship League record by hosting the highest regular season match attendance, with 8,840 enthusiastic fans streaming through the gates at Hisense Arena to see the Melbourne Vixens defeat the West Coast Fever. Record merchandise sales were achieved, with gross sales growing by 150% from 2012. Our membership tally set a new record of 2,856 members, with an average of 1,425 attending each regular home game during the season, double that of any other ANZ Championship team. We continue to train and develop our Victorian coaches and umpires to be world class in their field. Our Victorian Fury coach Stacey West and 17 under Victorian state team coach Nicole Richardson led their respective sides to undefeated national championship titles. The Melbourne Vixens and Australian Netball League locker room experiences continue to provide developing elite coaches with the opportunity to observe high-performance coaches in action. 5 A-grade badges were awarded during the Victorian Netball League season. 1,359 umpires attended national Level 1 courses delivered across Victoria. 1,500 participants attended Netball Victoria umpire development programs around the state, which included rules discussions, mentor and testing training, and practical umpire training and assessments. We continue to help grow and support our associations, leagues and clubs to be sustainable, self-sufficient and successful. We conducted the inaugural regional roundtable visits across Victoria to hear firsthand from our netball community. We continued development of our inclusion program, Netball for All, as we work to increase the number of associations with all abilities teams and increase participation amongst people whom netball is not a traditional sport. Our Victorian All Abilities team won the inaugural national title, the Mari Little OAM Shield. We saw record numbers of participation in community and school-based programs, along with social netball and come and try events. We partnered with Sports Education and Development Australia to deliver netball in schools to over 15,000 students across Victoria. We contributed $50,000 and considerable staff time to the Country Football Netball program to improve netball facilities in regional Victoria. This program provided over $2.1 million in funding towards 32 football and netball facility projects valued at over $5.1 million. With over $1 million to 17 facility projects that directly benefited netball. Over 100 association and leagues actively participated in our annual Association Development Day. Netball Victoria recruited and based regional development managers and coordinators in 3 regional sites, Geelong, Bendigo and Morwell. These teams help drive the growth of netball participation and facilities in the western, northern and eastern regions of our state. Our digital audience grew. Over 23,000 people followed the Melbourne Vixens on Facebook, with 9,000 on Twitter and 3,000 on Instagram. The highest across all digital platforms of all 10 teams in the ANZ Championship. 30% of the total ANZ Championship viewership was of the Melbourne Vixens games. And the Melbourne Vixens hold the title of the most watched regular game of the season against the Adelaide Thunderbirds. We recognise people for their dedication and commitment to growing netball, with Gail Lambert receiving a Netball Victoria Service Award. We extended our partnership with RACV clubs and resorts and welcomed other new partners. Finally, we farewelled Sherelle McMahon, one of the greatest netballers in the history of our sport. We look forward to achieving even greater success and building a stronger Victorian netball community in 2014 and beyond.